Coming up on Mental Health Marty, it's the 100-year anniversary of Black History Month. Come with us as we discuss the Black man made well. Stay tuned. What's up, everyone? It's me. It's your boy. It's Martinez Sellers coming to you live and always in living color in Southern California. Not only is the temperature just right, but the sun is always shining. We are still praying for y'all on the East Coast and y'all in the Carolinas who's being hit by this snow and this cold heavily. Oh my God. But we want you to know we are doing fine as wine out here in California, and we are loving this amazing sunshine. So listen, we are celebrating 100 years of Black history. Can you believe it? We are so excited about it. But let me tell you something. Every day is Black history, and not just once a year. And so we're so excited. I am so excited about all the things we're going to be talking about. And about 3 years ago, we introduced a whole series called The Black Man Made Well. Because too often, Black men secretly suffer in silence, in the shadow of shame as it pertains to mental health. And it is not something that we talk about a lot, because Black men are taught to be providers and protectors, but we're not taught to have our own emotions, our own feelings, our own thoughts, our own concerns, our own dreams and desires. But today, we want to help dispel that myth. So let me just remind you who we are always as the Mental Health Marty Show. We are not a substitute for you seeing your therapist. However, we become a supplement to your treatment plans and everything else, because we have to have the conversations about mental health. And that's what we're here for, to have those conversations. So mental health is not a taboo, but it becomes a part of our everyday dialogue in everything that we do. Why? Because your mental health matters. And we don't have to, as I say earlier, secretly suffer in the shadow of shame. But I say we have to speak up, speak out, and live. And so if you're experiencing any type of mental health crisis, we definitely want you to go to your nearest urgent care or dial 988 for the necessary assistance that you need. But please like and share us on all of your social media outlets, particularly in our YouTube outlet as well, because then you can be notified every time that we have a show. So if you're wondering, am I talking a little strange today? Yes. So please forgive me. I had some major oral surgery done on yesterday. And so I'm still in a little bit of pain, but I want to make sure that we still have this amazing show for you. So thank God for pain pills. It'll kick in about 30 more minutes, and then y'all ain't going to get me to shut up. So listen, hope everyone is doing well. Invite someone out. Let us know where you're calling from and where you're at. Please type in the chat where you're from, and let's get these numbers up. But first and foremost, I am so glad to have my brother, the Mr. From another sister, who's here all the way from Houston. He is no stranger, but I usually have him on the first Sunday, Lord, I'm talking church. Yeah, we just had first Sunday in communion. Hallelujah. And we took communion. So it says, as oft as you drink of this and eat of this, you do this in remembrance. So we want to do this no, we ain't remembering you. He's always a part of this show. So no, we ain't viewing him. Hallelujah. But none other than the great bishop himself, Bishop Sean Stewart.
What's
Bishop,
going on, Marty?
Man, how you feeling?
Man, listen, I'm better now, man. I am much better. And I thank you for correcting that you are not viewing me. I appreciate that.
No, sir.
Yeah,
we
I
ain't viewing you.
That. I'm
talking
not
in real time.
to be viewed yet. I still got
hear
two more things to get accomplished.
I know that's right. Your work is not done here.
Yeah, I ain't done. Yeah, not yet.
Bishop, how you feeling? How's everything going with you?
Man, listen, we are coming off the cliff of a little bit of a freeze here in Texas, and we're working through some things.
Yes.
We work in K-12 schools, so my students are shifting gears and preparing for state assessment and all that great stuff. And, it's a great time of the year because we now get to see how my students are performing. So I'm excited about it.
Right. Well, that's always good. That's always good. And when we talk about all the state testing and all that, that's a whole nother topic. I want to talk about, have we lost what real education is all about? But that's another show altogether.
We're not going to go down that street. We won't do that.
Yes.
But I will give this caveat. I will say this. Considering what it could be, is not as bad as it can be.
Wow, that's good.
Because most of my work, Marty, is in special ed. My focus is more so civil rights.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And in the Department of Education, the Office of Civil Rights no longer exists.
Right.
So then there is no one to provide oversight.
Yes.
When the states make decisions that violates the federal rights, because no one. And so, I just look at it as if to say that someone has to sit at the table to be there to make the right decision.
That's right.
With the best outcome.
Yeah. But Bishop, this is not new to many of us in our community. Well, I of a certain age. Now I think anyone who's 29 or below, this struggle is new to them because they've never really had to struggle before in that, because we had our forefathers. I thank God for Georgiana Jones. I thank God for Sylvester Jones. I thank God for Lucille Sellers, who paved the way for us, Lee Sellers, and so many others who were out there and had the hoses turned on them, had the dogs turned on them. They refused to give up their seats. And so that we would even have the privileges and access to higher education that so many don't have, or that they're losing those privileges. And I think we take it so lightly. And I'm concerned that we're not taking a strong enough stance and fighting back, thinking that, this will go away tomorrow. But so many decisions and things are happening while we are asleep. And thank you for sharing that. So and then we're going to bring Thomas on too, because Thomas is out the education system as well. But how do you, what if you're to forecast and what you're seeing ahead? Now, we always have hope because we have Jesus Christ, so that gives us hope. But if we're not careful, what are some of the dangers that could lie ahead as it pertains to education, especially for our children?
Well, I think that there are a couple of things we have to get on the cusp of. First off, we don't have enough mental health professionals in education. Licensed school support psychologists, diagnosticians. We need them like fish need water right now. Speech pathologists. We currently right now, our director told us in a meeting a couple of months back, she said she needed about 100 speech pathologists full time.
Wow.
Just to cover the speech services that students qualify for.
Right.
But then we're not even able to fund schools fully as need. Watch this. As the data drives the need, not the need drives the data.
Exactly. Well, we already knew that we had shortcomings already, because we're doing a lot of work with a lot of our inner city schools. I'm so grateful for. We've been doing a proposal for Compton Unified School District, and they can't even get to the mental health challenges because they're just dealing with so much other things with attendance and making sure kids are graduating and these other needs, that mental health and just dealing with the psychosocial and the psychoeconomical things that happen that our children have to experience. They can't even get to those things simply because they got to deal with the immediate felt needs of our children eating, our children feeling safe, all of those, our children having to work just to make ends meet. So we can't even deal with the psychosocial because we got to first deal with the physical.
And then once you deal with the physical and the psychosocial, you hope sometime within that 90-minute block to teach.
Well, thank God for 90 minutes. Some of them don't even have 90 minutes. We got 40, 45,
it's
and
50-minute blocks, depending on how the schedule is set. But I do believe we kudos to teachers who are making it happen.
Yes.
Kudos to educators, to the bus drivers, the building engineers, because they do the dirty work.
Yes.
You know, they stay after. Yes, the cooks, you know, they don't cook like what, you know, you and I used to, but kudos to them, because without them, we don't have an education system.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You know, it's not just the superintendent, it's the person who makes the superintendent's schedule.
There we go.
That's just as important as the superintendent.
Our security guards and those who security. You know, let's bring our next guest up in here in this room. Other than, listen, he is out here and doing the work as well. I love all of you educators. I surround myself with people who are much smarter than me, so I can glean from them. And this is my one. I love bantering with him because he has to admit, you know, I'll give him a headlock if he don't act right. But other than that, my brother. Right. My brother, none other than he's doing great things out there in the DMV area. None other than Thomas Davis. Thomas.
It's TD. What up, Bishop? I'm gonna speak to you. I'm gonna speak to you. What's up, sir? How you doing, good brother?
Is this what we're doing?
Brother, I love your background. How are you doing, sir?
I'm assuming he's talking to you, Bishop, because
I'm well. Thank you for asking, TD.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for asking.
Yes, sir.
And just for the record, Marty is doing well also, because he's seen and not viewed. Huh?
You know what?
Come on.
You know what? You know what, brothers? Happy 100 Black
Happy 100
Black History Month. Happy 100 to you, man.
That's right. That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
Doesn't it feel, and we got to start that Black History Month started off as a week. And I love it because we did not get federal clearance then, and we don't have to have federal clearance now just to approve or anything like that. We have to learn, and that's what I say. We have to learn to celebrate ourselves and toot our own horns and know the accomplishment of who we are and why we do what we do. That regard. So I'm so excited. Thank you guys for joining in this amazing conversation and everything. Thank you so much, and we're so glad that you all are here. Thomas,
what's up?
I can't. I'm not fooling with you today. I'm not. My mouth hurts.
Carry on, bro.
Yes, sir.
Carry on. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Carry on, sir.
I'm gonna keep pushing forward.
You understand?
And not look backwards.
I mean, listen, and I mean plow. You understand? I mean plow.
Sir, we've been plowing since almost about 2 weeks with all this snow up here in DC, okay?
And I want the Lord to keep it right there with y'all.
Right, amen. Hallelujah. We've been enjoying our 70 and 80 degree weather here in Southern California. So I was reminded why we pay such ridiculous prices for stuff out here. And I'm willing to make the sacrifice. Glory be to God. But Thomas, you are also done so much work in the school systems, and I have my own thoughts and beliefs, and I love it that you also have had experience from the charter school, because there's always this debate about public school, private school, charter schools, and I'm like, I don't care how the children get educated as long as they're getting a good education,
right?
But talk to us what we were talking about, this whole concept of mental health in the schools. And as a former clinician in the school, and I say that because, you know, Limitless is doing some unlimited things in the DMV. So if y'all need a good therapist and a group of folk that look like us, you know, hook up a brother, because we all got mortgages and rent to pay. And getting these lights, getting these offices ain't cheap. But talk to us about what you're seeing in the schools these days.
Well, shout out to Bishop for being the amazing educator that he is. So he and I have a commonality where he works is where I used to work for over 15 years. So hats off to you. I know it is time for state testing and assessments. So shout out to you, Bishop, for the amazing work that you are continuing to do. I think when you said it earlier, I was just saying, knowledge is power. Mm-hmm. Knowledge is power, and we have to make learning appropriate and culturally relevant for our kids to be able to understand what it is that we are teaching them. And education is so valuable in 2026. We have to know what our rights are. We got to teach our kids how to advocate. We got to teach our kids of course, the language and the mathematics and things like that. But we got to also teach our students and our kids of color fundamentals of being able to survive outside of a textbook.
Yes, that's good. That's good. And how do we, because there's so much that we have to do.
Yes, sir.
And everything. And so what are some of the common struggles, again, that, now that you're out, but you're also doing some great work in the prisons as well, because we also know that there's a school to prison pipeline that we don't often address as well. And I would love for both you and Bishop to address some of the things that we can do to break that horrible cycle as it is still being set up against us on purpose, might I say. I'm going to start with you, Thomas, and then I'm going to throw it over to Bishop.
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
I know it is. Y'all smart.
That's a loaded question. So I've been afforded the opportunity, y'all, to just work inside of the prisons and work with particular inmates. And one of the things that I am so amazed about is that they provide educational services inside the prison. So don't get it twisted when people think that there is not support that that is available for inmates. One of the things that I saw today, they have a Georgetown Law School. They have Georgetown University teachers coming in and providing academics. And I was able to witness a classroom filled of people that look like us that's learning law the right way. And when you think about the prison to pipeline, I was hoping that we weren't going
to. But we cannot avoid that.
We can't.
I think that too many of us are not aware of this prison pipeline that is happening, and we have to be more cognizant of it.
Correct.
Because when we're taking away programs, when we're taking away vocational training, when we're taking away education, that leads you straight into the prison. And so how do we address that and become more aware of that as a people?
I think the best thing to do is to make yourself available, right? When you think about prison to pipeline, a lot of our kids who make decisions is because they don't have no one that they can connect with. They don't have anyone that they can identify with. They don't have any safe spaces to be able to problem solve. I think a lot of the things, and I know Bishop can talk about this as far as working in a school system. Conflict resolution. We don't talk about that. Conflict resolution is so key that initiates mindsets. So we talk about
Thomas. We don't talk about how to resolve conflict as especially as Black men. So I'm talking about the Black man made well. And I got an expert in here that I want to bring on to the show as well. Now, Bishop, I ain't want to gossip. I ain't gonna tell him that you said that I was only his member in, what do you say, under watch care. But none other than the great apostle himself and therapist. So glad to have him on the show tonight. Other than Apostle Sly Wallace. How are you, man of God?
I am blessed, man. How you guys doing today?
How you doing, sir? How you doing?
All is well, man. Everybody over there starting stuff over there.
I don't know
already.
What you talking about?
And I'm unbothered.
We ain't gonna do it.
I'm thoroughly unbothered.
Yes. But Apostle Sly, you have a heart for, part of your ministry is definitely working with young men, especially these young men that society and even, can I dare to say, even our culture has discounted. And you have this love to help them see another light and another way. For those who may not know who you are and what you've done, give us a little snippet about, where your background is from and what you've done and how and why you developed this love for developing young Black men and why it's so important today.
Absolutely. Well, I came from and first of all, thank you for this wonderful opportunity to be a part of this process.
Mm-hmm.
I came from a house that was predominantly women.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 sisters and my mom, and so that strong male presence wasn't there. And I was actually looking for disciplines. I was looking for something to structure my life and to aid me in identifying who I was as a man,
Yes.
and also an opportunity to heal my masculine soul, because there was levels of brokenness in my soul that I couldn't understand until later, why my identity was skewed, why I related to certain things, why I let culture dictate what a man was, why I let situations tell me if I was prospering in that identity. Well, I went to the Marine Corps seeking this disciplines, and the Marine Corps only taught me structure, but it didn't teach me disciplines. And so once I came into the knowledge, even with a master's degree, I was still looking for that level of disciplines. And then I recognized, me being a man of faith, that my journey was like that because God wanted to instill disciplines in me without a forerunner, without a reference point, so I can be authentically designed by him to be able to reach back and help the young men establish disciplines from a mental, moral, ethical, social, psychological aspects, so I can help build their lives. And so that's where I live, man. It's not in the biceps, it's not in the muscles, it's not in the things, it's not in material. It's having a clear understanding of the trajectory of your life and how that applies to both the divine will of God and what attributes that you consider as a fullness of a man and what's affirmed by your culture. Culture is critical to us because when a culture can speak to us and yet allow us to be men who are sensitive, and yet allow us to be men who are broken, and yet allow us not to be performance driven. So many times we're in environments where we're performance driven and we don't know how to just be men.
Right.
It's an environment that enables us to just be men. And so Black men have always we've been performance driven from slavery. Who can pick up the most hay? Who can pick the most cotton? Who can breed the most women? And that mindset has infiltrated us, even into 2025, where our young men are pimping and pandering and how much money I have, not realizing your accomplishment doesn't mean anything unless you can duplicate that, because there's going to be somebody who's going to marry your daughter. There's going to be somebody that's going to be with. Never mind. Sorry about that. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You all right? Go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah, he needs to finish that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and finish. Yeah, Thomas.
Bishop and Marty, before Apostle Sly came on, what did I say? Connectivity, safe spaces, feeling like you are important and involved. Sir, you came in and just said, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Between these preachers and mental health professionals, all y'all mental health professionals, and all that, and where we go, because so here's my other question. And since the whole theme of this month for me is the Black men made well, the Black men made well.
Jesus, God, that's
how we develop Black men, and how do we help us to become made well.
Jesus.
And when we look at our forefathers, and the church was a safe space.
That's right.
Then, and I'm for Black men. But why are we leaving the church in droves? Bishop, I want to go with you first. Thomas and Apostle.
This is a hot one right here.
Come to me last.
He's starting stuff, y'all.
Come to me last.
Bishop, we have this conversation all the time. About Dr. Davis. That's my boy. Yes, Dr. Davis. I'm trying to be like you, brother. But why are Black men, one, not coming to church, and two, if they do, they're leaving within 1 or 2 Sundays?
Well, there's a couple of things that we must address when we start talking about men in church. First off, men have to have a purpose in church. They have to feel needed in church. Men worship different than women. The birthing center is in the woman, but the life of that center comes from the man. And so the worship of the intimacy of God is different. And so I think that when we start digging into that, men have to feel needed, not by just their spouse, but they also have to feel a need to worship God in spirit and in truth. And that need comes through them having an intimate relationship with God. But now I want to push us just a little bit and say that a lot of times when we measure God up against our relationship and measure God against the relationship of the old, we find out that we come up real short, man. Real short. And so then what I like to tell people is that you can't carry the testimony of your grandparents and expect the same strength in outcome. You have to develop your own testimony.
That's good.
You have to develop your own level of engagement. Your own level. I made this comment to the couples, and I got kicked out, and I had to remind them that I actually was the pastor. You had to remind,
I can't. Okay, but go ahead.
If you can develop sexual intimacy and not have spiritual autonomy in that intimacy, you're wasting your time.
Ooh.
See, you always take us there.
You can't listen. The professor said it. He said it, but I'm gonna touch it a different way. You can't lay with people and then expect that your spirit to be connected.
That part.
Unequally yoked.
There is a level of engagement that comes with that. That there is a swapping of the spirits, even though it is sexual. There is swapping of spirit. And Dr. Betty Ransom Nelson said this to us: association brings about assimilation. You pick it up whether you volunteer for it or not.
Right.
That's so deep. If you don't mind me chiming in.
No, chime in. We here.
See, I'm in that radical system, and I'm in agreement with the man of God, because church doesn't always speak to their lived reality.
Yes.
Sermons inspire, but they don't always address daily pressures, financial stresses, systemic barriers, fatherhood, masculinity, trauma, leadership, and hostile environment. I go somewhere and feel black. And I don't mean black as strength, but I feel isolated. And then oftentimes for me, because I left the body of Christ for a long time, I found myself feeling value for labor and not leadership. When I'm asked to serve and protect and fix, but rarely invited into the decision-making processes because I'm an organic leader. And then church culture, it often feels feminized, or it feels performative, where emotional expression is welcome, but strength and discipline and accountability and responsibility aren't always framed in a way that resonate with men. And then lastly, and this is what gets me, man, there's two things. How can I say this? There's judgment without understanding. Where I need the same grace. The past mistakes, my street life, my doubts, my questions are met with corrections instead of curiosity.
Yes.
And I need a gospel that's going to confront me. But that's just me, though.
Yeah, Bishop, hold your praise over there. Listen, Bishop, Apostle, so tough with it. I'd be like, "Well, you stay out my bed." He told all the single folks, "I need all the single folks. Y'all ain't having sex this week because we on a fast." And I said, and you saw all the faces just go.
See, come on, listen. You gotta listen. You can't practice holiness without getting in there, Reverend. You got to have discipline.
You got
holiness is nothing but discipline, sir. That's all it is.
Yes. Thomas, are you gonna dip your toe in the water?
Under control. Yes, sir.
I don't even know where to begin. I think from All I'm gonna just say is no. All I'm gonna say is this. I think that is very important with what the apostle said. That is very key. You have to feel a part of something to be involved in something.
Yes.
Come on, man.
And I think what it is that we have this facade and things has become so factitious to where you really don't know who you are being in a space. And so I think sometimes when we as men are in church, you know, a lot of men struggle with their identity because there are so many things that are being tossed and stated, whether it's from the floor, whether it's from the balcony, whether it's from the pulpit, whether it's from the door. And so I think that, you know, you have to have that sound mind and the identity to understand that at the end of the day, we're all walking in here just alike.
Yes.
Ooh, that's good, man of God.
Sure.
Yes.
I like that. Spoken very well, sir.
And I love it because we have to also, as you we all have stated in here, we have to meet people right where they were at. When you look at Christ and how he met anyone, he did not, as Apostle you said, he didn't judge them. He didn't look. He knew all about them.
That's a fact.
He just says, you know what? I'm thirsty. Can I get a drink of water? He didn't say, woman, we already know you the town pass around. Yeah.
Come on, listen.
He just said, I'm thirsty. He met them right where they were at. Yet knowing that it's the middle of the day, if not late in the day, and you shouldn't be out here. So that meant you out here hiding from some. I'm not judging you. So, hey, you thirsty? I'm thirsty. Give me a drink of water.
That's right.
You know, and that's where we have not met a lot of men at, because we already are a lot of times. When I was doing therapy, one of the first questions I would ask any of my Black male patients was this: who are you? And you ask any man that, they tell you their profession, they tell you their parent, their job, and all that. I'm like, I can read the application, the intake app. I know all that, but who are you?
That's powerful.
And
I love that.
80% of the Black men would sit there and fight tears rolling down their face and then start apologizing. I actually had a few of them say, no one has ever asked me that question. Who am I?
That's
so are Black men given permission to even, one, realize who they are, and two, chase after their own passions? Right, wrong, or indifferent?
Indifferent. Yeah, that's the question.
Right, wrong, or, go ahead, Bishop. No.
I'm co-signing because it's in all three: right, wrong, and indifferent. And the struggle is identifying the gray.
Yes.
Because sometimes we assume that our struggles are our failures.
Right.
When in actuality, our failures are nothing more than just our struggles with a lot of weight on them.
Yes. Yes. Because even in this calling, and even in these decisions and these professions that we are in, no matter what it is, we all have made major failures at it at times. And those failures have strengthened us to say, you know what? I ain't good at that. Let me just alter this. Or you know what? I was right, but went around but the wrong motive. And let me alter it and now surround myself with like-minded people.
That's powerful.
Yes. And when we don't do that, when we don't see people for who they are, I believe that we as the body of Christ set people up for failure, and we wonder why the women are taking over. I don't believe that the women truly want to take over everything. They want equal partnerships or in that. And if the man leads, this is just my own personal belief. I believe that a lot of the women are glad to send and give things over to the men.
I'm in agreement with you.
Yes.
I'm in agreement.
Noted.
Don't you start this noted here.
No,
don't you start. So for those who don't know, Apostle, I met Sean when I was at one of my worst place in life. I was going through a divorce and I was doubting my call and all that. And Sean, I was in Houston just to go to a family reunion. And I met Sean down there, and he has been, you know how God orchestrates things, divinely orchestrate. And he healed me during my time of divorce and reminded me of my calling, reminded me of who I was as a man, reminded me of who I was as a father, and did not let me sit in my pity party in all of that. And so I'm grateful to him for just pulling me out of darkness. And in those times, we all need a brother that we can, and he saw me at my worst, that snot, ugly cry and everything,
yes, sir.
Life and all that. And he was just like, okay, are you done? It still does not mean God created you for greatness. You are still X, Y, and Z. And he would not let me end any of those things. And then a few times he would tell me off and say, if I get on this plane, you ain't gonna want me to get on this plane and come to California.
I have no problem. I grew up confused. We were Baptists from 9:30 to 10:30. Sunday school. Then we have Sunday service from 11 to 1:30. Then we were Church of God in Christ from 1:30 to 3:30. You understand? And then we was BTU.
Yeah.
5:30 to 6:30. And then we was young people, willing workers in the evening service. Right? So I knew how to pray with the motion and then pray with the authority. You understand?
Yes.
And I was not allergic to coming to get him from wherever he was, but I just don't believe there is no such thing as connection without accountability.
I'm in agreement.
And there is no such thing as, and you cannot be anointed and not be held accountable.
That's right.
And because professionals have to be held, and I said this to my church, and they almost looked at me sideways. The church is the only place I know that you can be plus in elevation, minus in education, and demand the respect of all.
I mean, it's funny that. Thank you for that. That makes a lot of sense, and we allow that because a lot of times out of stages of desperation. But man of God, you said something that you were going through a healing. That right there, man, for the Black man is crucial.
Yes,
because our masculine soul is broken as men in general.
Yes.
If we can, when we're talking about healing, because I don't think there's a man in church that didn't come to Christ for some reason or another of some level of brokenness.
Yes.
And when we begin to heal that masculine soul, we're looking at the intentional restoration of man's dignity, his identity, his purpose. And we're trying to help him resolve unresolved trauma.
Yes.
And so biblically, healing that masculine soul is God's restoring man from a broken identity to sonship. And culturally, the masculine soul is unlearning. As Black men, we have learned survival based on masculinity.
Yes.
And never mind. I'm sorry.
You're right.
You all right with us.
We as Black men, our masculinity has been challenged in every facet. We are castrated socially, economically. We even from a slavery perspective, they used to take the biggest slave and beat him senseless to humble everybody else. And for some of us to get in circles, we have to dumb ourselves down and make ourselves smaller. And we don't know. Church needs to learn how healing the masculine soul teaches a man how to allow his masculinity to survive and become whole again. And when a man no longer defines himself by what he endures, but by what he is called to be.
Yes.
And we have to pour into men and have them based on what they're called to.
That's it.
It's listen. Okay.
No, you're right. You're right.
Listen, I'm under the philosophy of this, and maybe you guys can help me. I'm under the philosophy is that I teach people how to live from a posture of strength. I want people to live from a posture of strength. And so we have to be vulnerable enough to surround ourselves with brilliant people.
Yes.
who are strong in what we're not good at. And still be humble enough to be the apostle and be able to say, Marty, you're a better businessman than me. That's a part of healing the masculine soul, because you're carrying something that I carry.
Yes.
Or you're carrying something that I need.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be okay.
But we have not been taught to, because we have viewed as being vulnerable as weakness. And if I let you know that I'm not quite as good in this area, what will you think about me? Now you have the upper hand as opposed to help. Go ahead, Thomas.
I'm going to look at this from a mental health standpoint. And so I want to go back and push the table a little bit. We can't say all men wasn't taught, right? Because some of us know what to do, but it goes back to what Sean and what the apostle said. It's your surroundings and your environment. And that's another whole discussion for a whole nother subject. When you think about toxic masculinity, when you think about me wanting to be able to be the person that I am, if I am not in those right spaces or places, whether it's the community, whether it's my family, whether it's my friends, whether it's the church, I'm not going to be my full potential self, because the environment around me is telling me the person that I am that shows up is not the person that I need to be. So when you initially said the question, who am I? The question should be, who do you want to be? And you got to learn how to be unapologetically yourself.
Who you are.
When nobody is going to support you. And I just talked about this a couple of Sundays ago. At the end of the day, when we are in our homes by ourselves with that trauma, with that hurt, with that anger and that aggression, I ask my fellas every time, where's your crew?
Yeah, but I agree. And I also challenge, have we been given permission to let down the mask?
No, we haven't, because that's not what it's taught. We are told we're supposed to suck it up, right?
But see, sucking it up is the weakness. The vulnerability is the strength.
Correct. But who's going to tell us
we have
that?
it twisted. We think
by
it's the other way.
choice.
I don't know if it's by choice. I think it's also by culture and expectation.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. And that's so deep. I love this panel. You guys are brilliant. I love being around smart people. I do. Historically, the black pastor was the answer.
Yes.
If there was an injustice, you brought it to the church.
Yes.
If there was an economic struggle, you brought it to the church.
Yes.
Whatever it was. I think the only way to bring transparency to the church is for the man of God himself to have transparency.
Ooh.
Ooh, oh, here we go. Woo. The man of God has to be able to say that there have been some days that I felt like quitting.
But Apostle, you're
bigger than me.
You and Bishop, y'all are unlike others because you guys are extremely transparent.
I don't got time to be fake.
I ain't got nothing to lose. Listen, I've already danced with death twice.
Yes.
So I can't play. I have a responsibility.
Get Apostle up
to
speed of your dancing with death. Was a double cancer survivor.
Yeah, wow. I was diagnosed with stage 4 non-Hodgkin's B-cell lymphoma metastasized. Jesus. I went from 360 pounds to 187 pounds in, I think, under 6 months.
Yes.
Jesus.
I could drink I could drink 2 Red Bulls and a Mountain Dew, still get no energy, wouldn't impact my diabetes. None of that.
Jesus.
Lost all that weight. We were fasting through Easter. Our bishop said, we were old school, so we fasted from Easter till Pentecost.
Yes.
Straight through, plates down. Yes. And I did a lot of traveling. So, I thought the weight loss was that, but then the night sweats and all of that kind of stuff. And it all came out during H1N1 first year as a testing administrator here in Texas.
Yes.
And I went to the doctor for a cough. And she came back and said, you have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I said, well, whatever cough syrup I need to get, send it to Walgreens. I'll pick it up on my way home. from work. And she looked at me, she says, "You don't understand." I said, "No, you don't understand. We start state testing tomorrow."
Right. Yeah.
My principal can't go in the testing room. I'm the only person that can, like, no, I have to go to work tomorrow. And she says, "But you don't get it." "No, ma'am, I get it. I have a cough that's called non-Hodgkin's lymphoma." She said, "Okay."
So
I went to work. Next thing I know, I get a call on the radio to come downstairs. I get downstairs. It's my principal, my dad, my pastor and first lady, my brother and sister, and a few other folk. And then the principal of the campus. "I need your keys and your radio. Why? You don't have a white blood cell in your body. You are a threat to every person around you. You have to go to the hospital." That part. I lived in the hospital from August until April. They couldn't figure it out. Then they wouldn't treat me. Once they figured it out, they gave me chemo. The chemo didn't work. It aggravated the cancer, and that's when it metastasized. So then they came back and said, "We got to keep you in. You need a transplant." But then while I was there, they wouldn't do the transplant because, first off, Bush was in office and he had signed something saying that when you harvest stem cells from umbilical cords, that's still an abortion. So Obama had to get in office, but in that meantime, they wouldn't give me treatment until I got my mind together, because they said to give you the treatment and your mind is not in it will kill you.
Jesus.
And we can't waste this on you if somebody else is ready to do the work. So I had to commit to therapy twice a day, 4 days a week. I did radiation, rotated by chemotherapy, where they almost dialyzed me throughout the process, the whole 9. And then I think when I got to April, just above Easter, Bishop came by and said, "Son," I said, "Yeah." He said, "Don't forget what the Lord told you. This your week." I said, "All right." And all over the line, then I got my first transplant, and they gave it to me, and it didn't work. It didn't work. And the cancer came back raised, and that's when it became stage 4B metastasized. And so then they had to put me back in, and we had to do the first transplant. They used my own blood, cleaned it up, gave it back to me. Didn't work. Second time they had to come back, and it was a lady who had triplets, and they harvested her stem cells. And that's what put me in remission.
So we know that God is able, and Apostle's wife, First Lady Laura, is also a cancer survivor.
Yes,
with that. So that's what I'm saying. There's so much that we have that's worth living for, and our work is not done.
It's more that connects us than separates us, than we know.
Yes.
And we only choose to be divided because of comfortability over conviction.
Marty, if I could jump in with Sean. Please. I've been on many platforms with Sean, and one thing that I can say that I've always admired about Sean is that Sean tells his story, right?
Yes.
And the story that he tells is not for us to say, "Oh my God, I'm praying for you." The story that he tells us, to those that are listening to us tonight, is strength, endurance.
Yes.
Keep your focus. When
Discipline.
things get rough, you stay the course.
Yes.
But the most important piece that I think we need to capture in what he just said is he told his story his way. He didn't tell it because he needed someone to agree with it. He didn't tell it because he needed someone to empathize. He just told it like it is. And that's a lot of our issues as men. We are not authentically telling our true story.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna shut up.
Good.
I'm done.
No, sir.
I'm done.
Sir.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Good.
That's good.
Yes. Okay. Time is running out, and this we feel like we just started. But the Mac in the back, Daryl, has I tried this last week and he loved it. So thank you, Daryl, for having me do this. It's a new segment on the Mental Health Marty Show that we're going to call Dare to Dream. And if we had a dream for Black men today, what would that be? Thomas, I'm going to start with you. Apostle, I'm going to go to you next, and then Bishop, I'm going to go in with you. Thomas.
So when you say dare to dream, right? This is a song, but I'm going to say it like it is.
Are you going to sing it?
No, not tonight. The voice is a little raspy. This is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to lean into this camera real quick.
Lean real good.
We got to learn how to write our vision and make it plain. And when you write your vision, the vision is the dream that you think about, that you want to do, that you want to become, how you want to remove those obstacles. Apostle, you don't know me from a can of paint. This is my first time meeting you today.
Nice
When Marty said dare to dream is what you see here on the screen tonight. I never wanted to do this. I have a speech impediment. At one point in my life, I had low self-esteem, but I met this guy during COVID, and he said, come on and do this show. And this was a dream that has now become a reality because me staying the course, me being authentically myself, me telling my story, me understanding my purpose, my visions, and my dreams and my visions has landed me in platforms that you all have no idea that is about to happen in my life. So when you say dare to dream, you got to know what you're dreaming about. And you got to make your vision connect with your dream so it can become a reality. So that's all I'm going to say tonight. Thank you.
Bishop, he being very modest. He got a thriving business in the heart of DC. He's in the schools, he's in the prison, he's got private practice and therapy, got tons of therapists working for him.
I'm just here to serve.
That's it. Nothing more.
I'm humble. I have not changed. I'm going to stay the same because I don't want to get that big head and I lose people. I want to be connected. I don't want to be disconnected.
And I know your mama too, so she'll keep you humble.
Well, I mean, no shame, Thomas. I mean, no shame, bro.
I'm just saying. She likes me. Hey, Mike.
Call me later, Thomas. I got you, bro. Call me later. I got you.
I got you.
Thank you, bro. I'm gonna start the text message off for you.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Dare to dream. Dare to dream. What are you daring to dream for Black men?
In my space, I wish for Black men to be more communal.
Yes.
I want, and this is like, can you imagine if a father that was in prison had somebody on the outside that says, you know what, I'll raise your kid without trying to take your woman. I'll look out for them and I'll hold them accountable to a school and their education. To be more community minded, where it's not so much about me excelling, but it's for we excelling.
Yes,
that's a passion of mine, man. It's especially when I see this next generation coming, and they're looking for mentorship.
Yes,
if we can just get great men just to be communal.
I love that.
That's my passion. That's the dream I have, man.
I love it.
I love that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bishop Sean.
Why would you ask me to come behind that? Like, what am I supposed to say behind that? What am I supposed like, what? Oh, don't even ask me. Put the music, the outro.
Right.
Bishop
it ain't
Sean.
time for the outro
yet. You check your phone for another text message from me.
My phone is off.
Come behind that. I feel like I almost need to go call Matthew Henry and ask James Cone for a reference, man.
I can't with you today.
I'm just saying, you called me. Well, no, I did dial in on this one, didn't I?
Yes,
okay, I'm sorry. This one is on me.
Thank you.
My dream for my brother is in the risk of faith. In James Cone said that the name of God has no power till you put content in it.
That's good.
My hope is that my brothers start learning that their failure is future content.
That's good. That's good.
That they learn that the depression is future content.
Yes.
For
That's
deliverance.
Good.
You see me that their failure is nothing but fruit seeds that are dropping of faith for their future. Because if you see the failure the way you should, you learn that you needed that failure to protect your future.
Yeah.
That's good.
And so I need us to own that sometimes the weight of the world is no more than the thoughts that you have, the positions you chose, and the people you engage. My hope is that we learn as Black men that it is okay to release people from relationship.
That's good, man of God.
And that it's okay to be hurt. And it's okay to cry because the relationship released you.
Yes.
That's good.
And that you are not a failure or less of a man because you hurt because they left.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Marty, before you go, can I ask a favor?
Yes, sir.
Can you bring this panel back? Because one of the things that I want to talk about is from a cognitive behavior standpoint. I'm in therapy mode tonight. We got to stop looking at those words, failure, hurt, and abandonment, as negative things. Although we feel it in the moment, Dr. Sean said it best. It was something that protected us from doing something that we knew that we probably should have not done. So when we think about what a failure is or a setback, we got to understand that this setback was a setup for something else that was purposely divine for us. And so one of the things, and I had to interject because Black men are going to watch this show. And when you think about Black men healing, we got to start healing from the things that we say out of our mouths because it starts here.
Yes.
From a cognitive behavior standpoint, you think it, you feel it, you have emotions behind it, and then what do? We act upon it.
Yes.
So as we are trying to heal the Black man, we need to provide some examples of what healing really is. So I don't want to take over your show, but as you are doing this month event, you do it all the time. You need to have us back so we can really educate the man on what being triumphantly free looks like in Black History Month throughout the year. Not just February, but throughout the year. I'm done.
I love it. I love it.
That's
Listen,
good.
Y'all lucky I didn't have Dr. Story on here because y'all know she was. Yeah, I know. Dr. Story, yes. But I can't wait for you.
Listen, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you, you have got to get Dr. Story and Dr. Sandy Bailey Gwynn together. I promise you, it is a panel you will not want to miss.
Yes. Oh. Okay. This is why we got to have the next one because we got a question. What do y'all feel about restoring Black fathers to the family?
Of course.
That for me, that goes with. I think for all of us, that goes without saying. Now we have to help the whole family to heal and find our roles and relationship. In the Bishop, you're going to say what?
Yeah, I disagree.
Oh. Okay, well, we'll have to have that for next month. This month is already packed, but Apostle, I can't thank you enough for coming on, being with us. You add such a depth to this, and I love that New York feel, the drive you give us. Bishop, you still my road dog in that. Love you, man. Thomas, my mom told me I had to be nice to you tonight, so I'm gonna be nice to you.
As you should.
Thomas, I got you, bro. I promise you I got you.
I've known you longer.
Apostle, I'm gonna get your information. The three of us over here, we're gonna have a conversation without Marty.
No. I ain't going down like that. I want him to hear everything you got to say. Ain't no need. I'm too old to play hide and go seek. I'm too wild.
Hey.
Yes, David, DM me and let's get that going. So,
that's
Dr. Davis, I got to. Go ahead.
That David guy, he's a great man. He's a great man.
Love it.
Very wise.
Love
it.
Love it. So as I close, guys, I'm gonna have you guys stay on real quick, and as we do this, just want to do a quick wrap up. But guys, listen, this is just the start of what we're doing the whole month of February in celebration of Black History. Talking about the Black man made well. And let me just remind you of a couple things that's coming up this month. This month on Saturday, February 21st, in the city of Pomona. We can't just talk about it, but we have to be about it as well. I am hosting, along with 100 Black men and these other amazing organizations, a free symposium called the Rising 100 Young Men's Conference. And that is for our middle school and high school young men at Western University of Health Sciences in the city of Pomona. Now, you can email me at mhmatters.marty for mental health matters.marty at gmail.com. mhmatters.marty at gmail for additional information, or DM me, or whatever you want to do. This is, if we're talking about how do we help the Black man made well, we have to start with making sure that our young men have the proper tools for success so that we don't keep repeating the same old patterns that we experienced. So this is going to be an absolutely amazing symposium. I am so excited about this. We're going to have great speakers. You're going to definitely see Apostle Sly, if Bishop was out here, and Thomas, but we got some great speakers and Black male therapists, educators, and everyone that's going to be on it. So again, thank you so much. Join us next week as we continue with part 2 of this discussion. And I'm just excited, y'all, about everything that we're doing here on the Mental Health Marty Show. So again, in this journey called life, we never want you to secretly suffer in the shadow of shame, but we want you to speak up, speak out, and live, remembering that the best days are still yet to come. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Take care, and God bless.